Erik Ten Hag responds to calls for Altay Bayindir to start for Manchester United, as Man United controversy as Galatasaray goal in Champions League draw shouldn't have stood. Erik Ten Hag has praised Altay Bayindir's adaptation to life at Manchester United but is in no hurry to throw the goalkeeper into the team despite another gaffe-strewn performance from Altay Onana. The Cameroonian was at fault for Galatasaray's first 2 goals in Wednesday's 3-3 draw in Istanbul, a result which leaves United's hopes of making the knockout stages hanging by a thread. Ten Hag's side had actually taken an early 2-goal lead but were pegged back when Hakim Ziyech's relatively tame free kick deceived Onana, who took a big step to his left and could not recover as the ball went straight down the middle of the goal. Scott McTominay restored United's 2-goal advantage in the second half, only for United to be undone in almost identical fashion. This time, a wider free kick from Ziyech somehow squirmed under Onana and into the back of the net, with Kerem Aktürkoğlu completing Gala's comeback not long after, with United legend Scholes again critical of the goalkeeper. Ten Hag refused to blame Onana for throwing away the lead afterwards, and he has also now resisted calls to bring in fellow summer signing Bayindir, though suggested he could get a chance later down the line if he keeps progressing. Asked by a Turkish journalist why he is yet to play the former Fenerbahce shot stopper, particularly after Onana's latest display, Ten Hag replied, "We are very happy with our keeper group, with Andre, with Altay and also Tom. A very good keeper group. As a group they do really well, they have good performances and they have to push each other. So we are very pleased with Altay. He gets used to the Premier League. He gets used to European football, which is tough when you're coming from Turkey. But we are very pleased with that process. He's doing very well. He has to be patient. But if he works well, if he keeps his progress, he will get his chances and then he has to take this." Reflecting on how United conceded in Istanbul, Ten Hag told TNT Sports, "I think every goal has its own story. The first is a transition moment. When you speak about quick release, we don't block the middle. The second is a free kick, an unnecessary free kick, but then we have to defend the free kick better. And then the third one, we are very good and organized, but we got run off and we are in an overload area. So it can never happen. These mistakes can't be. In the Champions League, you get punished for it, so you have to learn from it." Incredibly, United have now conceded 14 goals in their 5 Champions League group stage matches, the worst record of any English team in the competition's history, while only Antwerp have conceded more goals in this year's tournament. In other news, Man United controversy as Galatasaray goal in Champions League draw shouldn't have stood. Manchester United's thrilling draw with Galatasaray was hit with controversy after the final whistle, as it was claimed that one of the goals should not have been allowed to stand. The Red Devils surrendered an early lead to draw in Istanbul, with 6 goals shared equally between the two teams in a highly chaotic match. Hakim Ziyech was the star of the show for Galatasaray, with the former Chelsea winger scoring 2 free kicks to fire his side back into the contest. However, replays showed that his first strike was lucky to be allowed to stand due to a couple of Galatasaray players standing too close to United's 4-man wall. 2 attackers were clearly positioned right next to the wall before the ball was kicked, with Bein Sports suggesting that Ziyech's goal should have been chalked off as a result. The rules state that if 3 or more defending players form a wall, all attacking players must remain at least 1 meter from the wall until the ball is in play. Galatasaray went on to rescue a hard-earned point, with Kerem Aktürkoğlu grabbing the equalizer in the 71st minute after Alejandro Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes and Scott McTominay had scored for United. The result left the Red Devils on the brink of Champions League elimination after winning just one of their 5 group stage matches this season. Much of the blame for the result was at the feet of Andre Onana, who had 2 moments to forget in another shambolic performance between the sticks. He allowed Ziyech's second free kick to wriggle underneath his body and over the line before being caught out of position when Aktürkoğlu fired home to beat the United stopper at his near post. Erik Ten Hag took full responsibility in his post-match interview, though, with the Dutchman insisting that such results are not acceptable if United are serious about performing well in the Champions League. He went on to criticize his defenders for struggling to deliver under the weight of pressure, but stopped short of naming Onana in spite of his lackluster individual showing. "It's always me. I am responsible for this," the United boss told TNT Sports. "We know we are in a project. We are making improvements, so that's very hopeful. We are going in the right direction, so I know we will be successful in the long term. But if you want to stay in the Champions League, you need to win these games. We were winning and then we're losing it. We should have taken 3 points. That's clear. We did this in other games. I was pleased with how we played, but at the same time I have to criticize the team because the defending is not good enough. We are leading 3-1 and we cannot afford mistakes as it makes a difference. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.